Good morning, Homesteaders.
Good morning.
It is a nice chilly morning this morning. We woke up and it was 2 degrees out. So we've been having some warmer weather, but it got cold again.
So we've been spoiled, so now we think that 2 degrees is cold.
Right. And it's only supposed to get to 9 today for a high. And then I think -2 tonight.
And a couple weeks ago we would have been like, it's 9 degrees.
Right. So today we need to work on getting our hallway, this area right here we're calling the hallway, sheetrock. So I've been doing a lot of time thinking about how we're gonna do this all. So I finally came up with a game plan, and we need to prep the area where, it's not a sill plate, but where the floor joists are. We gotta prep that so we can attach a 2x6 after we sheetrock. I'll explain a little bit more while we're doing it, why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, but I think this is going to be the best way overall for safety wise, but it'll be a lot more convenient for working as we're hanging the sheetrock, and then it'll also be a lot more convenient as we're taping and mudding. And when we're doing the second floor, it'll make a good transition so we can stop up here for this pot, and then we'll have a good area where we can transition for the downstairs, and it should work pretty seamlessly. But
I think the only part is getting the lift in that tight area, but
yeah.
we did that.
Right.
Is that smaller than that area?
It's a little bit narrow. We just won't be able to have the wheels locked open all the way, but it can't fall. It can't go anywhere.
Right.
It's got walls all around it, so it can't. So
We'll just be able to work around it, that's all.
Right. We only have 2 pieces, short and narrow pieces that we need to use the lift for. So it's not like they're big pieces. So 13 and an eighth. Yeah, we can cut, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I cut 8 of them at 13 and 1/8, we should be in good shape. So even though it was cold out this morning, it was still 44 degrees in the tiny house, which was nice.
Smidge along.
Just a smidge. Pressure fit. So I was gonna do the same thing that I did on this side over on this side, but then I got to thinking, if I do that, I'm gonna have to cut out the foam, and there won't be any insulation behind where these blocks are. So we'll have to get a measurement from here to here, and then just put our 2x6s on top and go on top of the sheetrock on this side. For that sheet, we can run it all the way out, and we'll have something to rest on at the height we want to screw it at. I like it. worked out though, putting those 2x4s to rest that on.
Yeah.
I like it. Alright, I'll get that very end when we have all of our staging set up. I think that's the last time we're gonna use them up here. They've worked out really well. So this 2x6 in the middle here is kicked out a little bit on the bottom. I'm gonna try trimming that back some so it doesn't bow our sheetrock out. Take care of that little hump. A little bit more on you when I pick this up. Alright, push.
Yep.
Works?
Yep.
Perfect.
Seems so, like, clean,
Right.
doesn't it?
It does. It's gonna look really weird once this is all
Yeah.
sheetrock.
That's probably be the biggest,
Change.
yeah.
And it actually will probably help keep it even warmer a little bit because this is like where all the heat comes in funnels.
Right.
So.
I mean, I'll be glad it was worked out. So Al is working on making our bridge, staging, so that we can go ahead and sheetrock up there. Oh gosh. You did it.
Got it. So now, let's see if it can whether it works if I gotta trim them back. Foot of water.
Underneath?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, let's hang off it, make sure it's strong enough. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. We'll be good. I like it.
I should try to lift myself up.
Go for it. Do some pull-ups. On the bottom to keep your bracket flush out.
I know I can lift myself up. How do you do that? No, I need to get some muscles.
You got it.
I lifted myself like a centimeter.
All that for a temporary platform. Alright, so we got floor joists we can put in. It's a nice chilly morning this morning. It's -9 degrees out Fahrenheit. It was 40 degrees in the Oxford house when I got here this morning, so that loud noise is the torpedo heater going. I'll leave that on for probably about a half hour, then I'll warm it up to probably like 50 to 55, then I'll shut it off, and that'll be good enough. A perfect working temperature. If it gets too much hotter than that, you just end up sweating. I'm trying to go over and get a game plan for our work and just to kind of organize everything up here. This is a smaller area up here. Upstairs is 24, all the way from the front wall to the back wall is 24, and then side to side it's 20. So not very big. And then we have all the little walls, jots out, stairways in that area too. So it's not a big area upstairs. I hope we have everything we need from below. still just feels weird walking on it. All right, we need to put a nailer over here for our sheetrock. 40 and a quarter. By 55 and a quarter. So alright, now I want to cut off this side because we have a busted corner and a bulge. We don't want a bulge in a busted corner if we can avoid it. Now we'll go 40 and a quarter. I think these two top pieces we're gonna have to do without the lift. I can't close up the legs enough to get it in with the position of everything. So I think we're just gonna have to kind of lift and hold. Luckily that one's 40 by 55 and the back one will be 40 by, I don't know, 80 something. And I'll put some cleats on the bottom to hold the bottom in. So yeah, let me just get some stuff measured and cut, and when Gina shows up, we'll get everything hung up. Don't fall.
Oh, I was fine until you just said that.
You hear the creaking?
Oh, the creak?
No. I give you a hard time. It looks like you're standing on ice and making sure it's safe.
Oh, just don't think about it.
Alright, so good news, bad news. Good news is you'll like it. The lifts won't fit out here. Bad news is we gotta do it by hand.
Yeah, well, that's not good.
Well, yeah, but you don't want the lift out here.
You happy with it?
Yeah, that went easier than I thought it would. I'm just gonna trim up that corner spot and then we can get that piece in.
Well, that might be a little bit difficult.
Well, I left it back enough, so we should be able to slide it down in.
Well, just having the space to do that.
Right.
Really.
So in a perfect world, this piece should have went up before these two pieces, but these two pieces needed to go up so we could do this and do this piece, because without these being here, we couldn't put this up, and we also needed this top piece up so we could know the height of this sheet. So we're working backwards with having to put these two sheets up so we can make our platform. Sometimes you just gotta improvise.
Well, I think you did amazing because I had my doubts that was going to fit in there.
You doubted
I didn't
me?
doubt you. I doubted that it was going to like slide down into that with the tiny space and the angle.
That's funny.
We're already on this part.
Nope.
Do you think this went fast?
Going good. I'm happy with it. You?
Especially because it's the hallway a little bit.
One, two, three. It's the last 12 footer. After we don't get ready, we'll lift it up.
Figure out how to put my hand down.
Okay. Just keep pressure.
Yep. Yep.
get you some more light. It's getting kind of dark.
The first one fell out. I like looked back because I'm like, what just happened?
Alright, now I get the overall length. So 5 feet, so 60 inches. So we have two 10-foot sheets left over, which is perfect, but one of them I gotta cut in half and I gotta use a 5-foot piece to finish up right above the hallway area. We don't have any scrap pieces that'll work, unfortunately, so we'll have 1.5 10-footers left over. Guess we'll have to just do it. I hate cutting a 10-footer in half. That's cool. The windows all cut out. It's actually cold up here.
I know.
Having that plywood down is keeping the heat from downstairs and coming up, which just surprises me.
I almost didn't wear as many clothes because I'm like, oh, I'll probably be in the hallway, I'll be hot, so I'll be like kind of make myself hot from just being in the hallway. So I'm glad I'm just warmer.
Right? It wasn't bad at all. It feels good to have all the sheetrocking done. I gotta patch up some holes up above and re-drill them, but that will do while we're mudding. We can't stop mudding yet. We need to start on a new project downstairs and get that finished before we can stop mudding. So a couple of days we can start getting some mud up here, and that'll really change the looks of it because it just kind of cleans everything up. It fills in all the seams, all the cracks, and all the screw holes. So
This was the first transformation of feeling clean, and then you get the mud,
Right.
and then, well, then you do the
you got
sanding,
that sand and the mess
and
on the
then
mud.
we'll have primer.
I know, once it's all white, that's gonna be a big change.
So good. I'm so happy.
Yep.
And when we get down to the downstairs and start doing this, it's gonna be like crazy.
Right, and then we can, once we get the downstairs done, we can start with like the kitchen cabinets, the bathroom, fixtures.
I feel like spring, like I know it's cold today, but we keep getting little glimpses of warmth, and I can't wait to put the boiler up.
Right.
And like have a running bathroom,
That's
and
gonna be
then
big.
cabinets. There's just so many things, and I'm so excited
Yep.
and grateful.